This movie is on formatting using the scientific notation format, the text format, and 4 special formatting options. I have a schedule set up so that we can take a look at the scientific notation, text formatting, and special formatting options. Scientific notation is something that will automatically happen if you enter a number that has 12 or more digits in length. And I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Enter. I get what's called scientific notation. The first number was 1, followed by a decimal, followed by 5 numbers where the 5th number is rounded because I input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 has been rounded to 7 because what followed 6 was 7. And applying rounding rules, the 6 became a 7. And it's e to the 11th power, which means the decimal point would actually move 11 places over, which would give us our 12-digit number back. And I said this is scientific notation, but it isn't quite scientific notation because entering that same number again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Control Enter, I of course get the same result. But if I actually make this scientific notation, because the number format currently says general, even though the number is expressed in a form of scientific notation, it isn't the same form of scientific notation that you'll get if you actually format that cell as scientific notation. The scientific notation format only displays 2 decimal places to the right of the decimal. And of course, you can increase and decrease the number of decimals displayed with the buttons we've used before in prior movies. Text. You can convert a cell to text. Now, why would you do that? If you enter a word, Control Enter, the cell's in the general format, but it's a text entry. The content is text, so it displays as text. It's not a value or a formula. Those are the other 2 data types that we have, text, values, formulas. This is obviously a text, so why would you format this cell with the text formatting? Because nothing changes. The word the is still the word the. Well, you would do that if you need to have leading zeros in a number maintained as part of the content of that number. If I have a product number, for instance, that's 0012, I can enter 0012, and the leading zeros are maintained. If I don't have the cell formatted using the text format and I enter 0012, I get the number 12 and the leading zeros disappear. Now, there are formatting options that we can apply to the number 12 to make it appear like there are leading zeros, and that's for another movie, the custom formatting options. But for now, if we actually need the leading zeros to be maintained as part of the content of the cell, we can format the cell as text and those leading zeros will be maintained. The third formatting option we're going to talk about is the special formatting options. I'm going to left click and select G8 and show you where those exist. Left clicking the dialog box launcher. I've already formatted G8 using the special formatting option with the type zip code, and the rest of the 3 options are displayed below that: zip code +4, phone number, and social security number. I'm going to cancel out of that. I also formatted the rest of the cells, G9 through G14, in the way that's displayed in column F. So G8 is a zip code. The zip code will take a number and display it as a 5-digit number and display leading zeros if it's necessary to make the number a 5-digit number. So what the heck do I mean? If I have a zip code that ends in 23, it's 00023, I can enter 23, Control Enter, and G8 shows 00023. It shows leading zeros. But if you look at the formula bar, I just see the number 23. This is an example of what I just referred to, where you can express a number showing leading zeros with a formatting option where those leading zeros don't actually exist. So arrowing down, I can of course put a 5-digit zip code in So the benefit of the zip code formatting is that if your zip code contains leading zeros, those leading zeros will be displayed. Also, arrowing down, if your zip code has a 5-digit number followed by a 4-digit number, and I'm going to use the first zip code as an example, followed by a 4-digit number, Control Enter, and again the leading zeros are displayed. We have the dash and then we have the 4-digit number. Arrowing down, we could actually have a 5-digit number plus a 4-digit number, Control Enter, and the special formatting style will display a hyphen in between the 5 digits and the 4 digits. And again, it's displaying that hyphen even though it doesn't actually exist. If you look at the formula bar, you don't see a hyphen, you just see numbers. So phone numbers, they are similar in that it'll take a 7-digit number and display it with a hyphen, even though the hyphen doesn't actually exist. And you can also have an area code automatically show the parentheses around the area code, where again, that's a formatting style. The content isn't actually there. This is still a number. What that means, by the way, is that you can perform mathematical operations on any of these. Now, why anybody would have the need to add zip codes or phone numbers together, or subtract zip codes or phone numbers, is anybody's guess. But the point is that these are formatting options and they are still numbers, and that all of these special characters don't actually exist in the content that's stored in the cell. Social Security number, again, we have 3 digits followed by 2 digits followed by 4 digits, and we have a Social Security number style display. I'm going to left click and drag over all of these and auto sum to get a total to show you once again they're stored as numbers, and what you see is all driven by special formatting options. So we took a look at scientific notation, where Excel automatically formats a number that's 12 or more digits long using scientific notation. We took a look at the text formatting option, which will allow us to retain leading zeros in numeric text strings, which would otherwise be formatted as a number, and we would lose those leading zeros. And we took a look at some special formatting options where we can display zip codes, phone numbers, and Social Security numbers.